Fylde Flips.
Hi, I'm Mike, Fylde Flips. I'm a reseller based in northwest England. Today we are going to hit some charity shops down St Anne's Way and maybe a few up further north of the Fylde Coast as well. But first I have 3 pickups from Facebook Marketplace. Now, I've been neglecting Facebook Marketplace lately. I've just been finding so much like at the boot sales and charity shops and stuff that I've just been neglecting it. And you shouldn't do, because like I went on last night, me and my partner went on and we found a few things almost straight away and we were like, yeah, we'll have them, and I'm going to pick them up now. So I'll show you what I've got in just a moment. I've got one here, one in 10-15 minute drive that way, and then one down in St Anne's. While I'm down in St Anne's, I'll hit a few charity shops. So let's go and see what we can find today to resell for profit on eBay. Hey guys, so check it out. As usual, we'll have a good look at everything properly when we get home a little bit, but just to give you an idea, this is what I've just picked up for £50 on Facebook Marketplace. A load of McDonald's toys. We got like just regular kind of loose McDonald's toys here, which I wasn't really too bothered about, but I was there anyway and she did a decent price on them. But what I really went for, first off, I saw like the puppets and the plush, and they're pretty good, some of them. You look them up online. And then I saw that she had Funkos up as well. I got 5 of these Funkos for £5 each, which is good. You know, the boxes are good, the characters are pretty cool. Look at them. So we'll have a proper look at everything a bit later on. First, let's go on to the next Facebook Marketplace pickup, which is about a 10-minute drive from here, and it's a Le Creuset item. So I will see you in a sec. There we go, that's the next pickup right there. Le Creuset pan holder, and it's in its box. It's not new, but it's in very good condition, and the fact it's still got its box. These do okay online. Never had one before, but we'll look it up along with everything a bit later on in the video. We'll see how much it's actually worth in a little bit. On to the next one. Oh yeah, also quickly stopped at the tip shop and I got another one of these. Anybody remember I got one of these recently in a video, and this is very similar, same brand and everything, from the same place, but about 4 or 5 weeks apart. A bit weird, that, isn't it? Never seen these before, and suddenly I've seen 2. Our next stop is down in St Anne's, which is about a 25-minute drive from here. So 25 minutes, and the thing I'm picking up next is not as good as these, I would say, but I thought I'd try somewhere a bit different charity shop wise today, so I was looking around St Anne's area. So let's head down there, hit the charity shops, grab this stuff from this person and see what we can find. Let's go. So there we go, that's my last Facebook Marketplace pickup for today, and the reason I got this slot for 10 quid is this guy here. I'm sure most of you know who he is, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and this is a vintage one from, I'm not sure exactly the date on it, but if you look online, there's a few different types of these, and a lot of them are not really worth much, but this particular one is worth about kind of 30 quid, it's like 25 to kind of 35, but like about 30 quid I think I can get for it. And it does need a clean up. There's a few little stains on it, which I did know before I bought it, but these should all come off. It's nothing like major, it's not like a burn mark or anything like that. It should clean up quite well. So, you know, the money back and into profit with that. And then I've also got some other vintage little toys, which I've not even looked up, so I have no idea, but they are proper Disney World, looking at that one and that one. So from Disney World back in the, I reckon, 80s on them, late 80s maybe, those ones. So who knows what they're worth. Right, so St Anne's like centre is just 5 minutes from here, so I'm going to go and get somewhere to park, hopefully. On a Saturday at this time we may struggle a little bit, but let's go get parked up and then see what they've got around St Anne's. I've not been to St Anne's doing charity shops for a long time. I remember the last time I came, it was so expensive and I came away with such little. I said to Claire, I was like, I don't see the point in really coming here anymore. But I'm here, and you just never know. It might be all right today, it might not. We got to try and see, right? see what we can find. To be honest, with the stuff I've already picked up today from Facebook Marketplace, I'm more than happy with this. There's no boot sales on today, by the way. No boot sales on this weekend at all. They've come out and they've cancelled them all, and one of them's come out now and said that's it for the year. That's it. They're not even going to bother trying next weekend. And the other one has already come out and said unlikely they'll run the last weekend of the year. So yeah, that leaves me with one in my area now. Looks like I'll be going a bit further afield for the rest of the year, but more than anything, I'm going to be hitting things like Facebook Marketplace a lot more, because the stuff is out there. You know, we'll have a look at this stuff at the end and you'll see what I mean. The stuff is out there. It is annoying. You got to deal with like the people. I'm not going to kind of talk too much on this, but you got to deal with people like today, like with this Le Creuset thing. I said yesterday, you know, is that if I come at 11 o'clock tomorrow and get it? And she never responded back. She never said I could even have the item. So I was just kind of like, well, I'm probably not going to get it then. And then today, this morning, just before I went to get the McDonald's stuff, I said, can I come and pick it up? Can we make it like a bit earlier? And she was like, oh, you said 11. I was like, but you never got back to me, you know what I mean? And then she was trying to make out like I'm like moving the times around. I said, well, I've got to be in St. Anne's like at 11. So you can have, you know, can we do it a bit later on? And she was like, oh, well, you said this, you said that, and all this kind of stuff. And at that point, I could have just said, you know what, forget about it. But you got to kind of bite your tongue a bit. In the end, 11:15, and I had to move this one back, and the person who bought these off wasn't very happy. So like nobody's happy today because I've had to like change everything around, but that's kind of what it's like. At least I've got the stuff right. That's the thing about Facebook Marketplace. People don't get back to you at all, and sometimes they get back to you and then they expect you not to have a life, and you know, you say a time and then like a day later they're like, you're coming to get that item, and you're like, you never got back to me. Do you know what I mean? I would have come and got it straight away pretty much, but you never got back to me. And it's like that. So you got to kind of deal with the annoyance of that a little bit, but it's worth it. It's worth dealing with a little bit of annoyance, a little bit of, you know, you're firing out 20 messages to only get 2 back, but it's worthwhile. This is just from like an hour's looking on Facebook last night. I found this stuff. So it's out there. You got to be persistent, but coming into the winter, you know, with the boot sales not on and everything, you've got to kind of look at other things you can do, and there's a lot of different things you can do, and this has just reminded me that Facebook Marketplace is good. Anyway, let's get on with it, straight to St. Anne's, see what we can find there, and if we come away with anything at all close to the quantity of stuff we got here, then I will be more than happy. In fact, I'll deal half of the stuff, half the amount of stuff, and I'll be happy. Let's go. So just arrived in St. Anne's. Let's get in there, see what we can find. I've got 90 minutes. That's how it's taken a little bit of time to find some parking here, but 90 minutes is what I've got. So let's head in there quick, see what we can find in 90 minutes. Let's go. Okay, so we're going to start just here with this one. This is the one that's always like crazy expensive, but it's been so long since I've been here. Who knows what it's like now? Let's have a look. Excuse me, mate. Thank you. Excuse me, please. Thank you. Thank you.
The film came in at work. No. It's now in my home. Is it? Yeah, I brought it home. Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah. Oh, well, you didn't go away. DVD. Yeah.
No, there's nothing in there for me. Like, if you really know your stuff when it comes to video games or manga stuff, then you can probably find something in there that you can make a few pounds on, but you've got to really know your stuff, or spend the time to kind of scan through everything, which would take a long time. So yeah, a little bit of profit to be had for some out there, but not for me, unfortunately. Prices were still high, maybe not quite as high as they were like a year ago, but still pretty high.
trip to see the Lion King in the West End, including travel and accommodation and a backstage tour. Enter now at smoothradio.com.
There you go, there's a Thomas Kincaid jigsaw right there. Nope, nothing in there. I think it was here there used to be one. Yeah, there used to be a charity shop here. Another one gone, unfortunately. Another one here. Some of these earlier now CDs can be good, but from the earliest they've got is 32, which makes me feel really old because it's the first one I ever got. Nope, so far 2 shops, 0 items. Let's carry on. Another one here, had a couple of good things from there in the past, a while back. Rock, is it? Nope, it's First Choice Holidays. I'm getting that. So buy one get one free. I couldn't find anything, so I got this. Like the worst looking 4 films I've ever seen, but you know, maybe my kids will enjoy one of them. These are quite nice, pretty sure they've done it on. That they are. How much do you think they're going to be though? That's what I worry about. Predictions are now. I'm going to say like £8, which would be too much. Come on, surprise me. In a good way. There's nothing on that. There we go. $7.50. It's just too much. $5 would have been alright. Oh my good lord, what the hell is that? Okay, so we got a couple of bits in there. And we've got another one here that seems to have gone. Shop closure. Works in the building will remain closed a little longer. Alright, so they are reopening. They're just some kind of building maintenance going on. Ooh, rimmed off. £10. Classic cockerel gets Leonardo biscuit jar, £8. So the prices are a bit high. Let's take a look anyway. Let's have a look in this market. I always like coming in here. I never really find anything to resell, although I have occasionally before. But it's really cool just to have a look around in here. They've changed it a bit in here since I last came in. And then check that out, that plane. That's cool, isn't it? Spides and Port Marion. And here. £10. Big ones are 10. Medium size is 6. Small is 5. Not awfully priced, but a little bit high for me. I really like them. Set of 6 for 16 quid. Price Kensington. Doesn't feel like the best quality, although it looks nice. Similar to like I was saying. £6 each. A little bit Hornsey. Nice West German vase. £38. Ooh, look at them. TG green. Very nice. Cornish rare. £34 for the yellow one. They're all yellow, you know what I mean. Yeah, they've changed this quite a lot since I last came here. I did hear that from somebody, I think that somebody's taken over part of it. Yeah, not as much in here now quantity wise, but still nice. Got some good stuff. Check out that Panasonic TV there. How much? It doesn't say. If I saw that at a boot sale, I'd right have it. Look, a tape player, TV, radio. Pretty cuts your teeth for you as well. It's quite cute, that little chest of drawers on the cupboard. How much is that? No. Look at these tiny little tankards. Don't call it a tankard. Set of 6, 8 quid. They're quite cool, aren't they? They look good. Bit of ribbon around them. Christmas tree, right? In a pub or something.
No, because she's nothing but to put in it.
Again, there's no brand name on them.
You don't get to go to the park if you were around.
Is it going to find anything? Signal's not great around here. There we go. Yeah, it's not really coming up with the same thing. Do you know what? I've got enough mugs right now. You probably could make a tenner. Maybe. Maybe not. Nah, I'll leave it for somebody else. Yeah, so that's it for in there. It's always worth looking in there. And I like what they've done to it. So there's definitely not as much stuff in there as there used to be, but still some cool stuff. Prices are, you know, as you'd expect for a place like that. I forgot about this one. This is definitely the last one though. So I got that jar, it's a nice big one. The only one out there I could find, listed or sold, went for £8 on bids plus a load of postage, and I think they undersold it for that, because it's a rarer one. But it's not as nice as some of the other designs out there, I know that, not kidding myself here. But for a £5 I think it's worth it. Apart from the slight kind of manufacturing issue, it's in good condition. Nice big size. I'll be aiming for more like 20 plus postage on this. So that's all of them here in St Anne's. Right, so I'm gonna head back to the car, head home and see what we've bought to resell for profit on eBay. That vintage mug, I think they're 50p in here. So just another mug. Something about this one is a bit kind of vintage and unique. Things like this, I picked them up thinking that somebody from outside of the UK might have it, you know, little kind of souvenir type thing. And I got a little palace, castle, whatever that is, for 50p, ceramic. It's unmarked, so I don't know how much it's worth, if anything, but I figured I'd give it a go. It seems like decent enough quality. We'll try it and see for 50p. So I'm back home, just unloaded. Let's take a look at everything. So when I came in with all this stuff, my kids saw it and we had a bit of a laugh looking at all this stuff and, you know, trying out the puppets and everything, and yeah, some cool stuff here. So we'll have a good look at them in a minute. But let's start up here first. So what have we got? We've got like this green eggs and ham here. I only got this because it has the tape with it. I had a quick look and couldn't really see it out there. I'm sure there are people out there with the tape as well. But I figured for £1, well, it was 2 for £1. I got that and I got something else. What was it? It was this DVD for my kids. It's like possibly the worst looking films I've ever seen in my life, but I had to buy something, right? Found a bit of Hornsey today. Don't very often find Hornsey these days, or at least not at a reasonable price. All this was a £5, which I think is just about all right. It's this range, which is cornrows. And then this one is Charisma, I think. This was a £5. They were a £5. I'll do them as like 2 sets of 4, I think. Although I think there is a plate or a saucer missing, which is a bit annoying, but I'll just sell them without it. And this is like, I couldn't find many of these out there. One person had sold one, didn't get much for it, but it was on bids. And it's not going to go for, you know, a crazy amount here. And it does have this manufacturing kind of flaw there. It's not a chip, it's a manufacturing thing. But even so, I think we can get 20 quid. I'll hold out for 20 quid on that. Got this for 3 quid. This set of 2 ramekins. It's from Dunelm originally. There won't be a great deal of money in these, but I think that they're new. I think they are. I'll get them out and have a proper look. For 3 quid, I figure it's worth a go. You know, coming up to Christmas, this is the kind of thing that is good giftware. And this here, It's not like a aquarium one, by the way. I know it looks like that, doesn't it? It's like more of a kind of, like, is it Danbury mint or one of them, you know, like the kind of little ceramic ornament houses and stuff you get. I just thought it looked a bit unique. It was only 50p. I've had a quick image search, cannot find it out there, so really not sure. I'll have to look again, because if I don't have the name of what this actually is, it might be a bit of a hard sell, but I'll have another look. Hopefully I can find it out there. Got this mug here. How weird is this? That I got almost the same mug, same brand, everything, similar kind of fish, but not the same fish, from the same charity shop about 5 or 6 weeks ago, something like that. How weird is that I found another one at the same place? 50p, needs a good clean. But I'll either put this one with the other one, or I'll just sell it by itself. Got a Hornsey Saffron mug there. It does have a chip on the handle, which is unfortunate, but I reckon I can still just about squeeze a tenner out of it. It was £1. Here we have this vintage mug. It was only 50p. It's got a bit of like wear inside, but all in all, it's in pretty good condition. It's like a Staffordshire Potteries 80s/90s thing. I got this book from a charity shop, 2 for £1 it was. So I got this, and I got this one here, which I very much doubt is worth anything, but I had a quick search of it and I couldn't find it out there, so you never know, it might be worth a little bit, but I doubt it. But I just wanted this really, and yeah, a little bit of money in this, not a lot. It's in poor condition, so I don't know, might be a tough sell, but I figured I'd give it a go. Check this out here. This would probably be my favourite pickup of the day if it wasn't for all this McDonald's stuff. Yeah, I really like this. It's a brand called, what was it? Department 56. It's from 1988. Christmas in the City, variety store and barbershop. And it's missing its light. Like, they should have a light that goes in there, but you can buy the light separately. It's the same kind of lights that some of the Lemax stuff uses as well. But it's good, this, because it's a proper ceramic one. Now, it does have a couple of issues. That right there, which I saw. And then somehow, I think I've managed to I had managed to damage it on the way home, although Claire, who's stuck it back on for me, that bit had broken off, says that it looked like it had already been glued. So yeah, I didn't notice that. Maybe I'll have a look back on the footage. I doubt I'll be able to tell though. But yeah, anyway, regardless, £6. I still think that's okay. The only ones of these I can actually find out there are from America, and they're brand new, and they're going for about $60 or 60 quid. And I've actually got a load of Lemax stuff, which will be coming up in a future video that I bought to resell. I don't think that video will have come out by the time this one comes out, but it'll be coming very soon. Every year at Christmas I have like a little, you know, a load of ceramic kind of houses like this, big kind of hill, snow hill and stuff. Every year it gets a bit bigger and a bit bigger, and to be honest, it's getting to a point now where it's maybe too big. So here we've got some cuddly toys. We've got these 3 here, which are vintage Walt Disney World. I didn't even really look at these at all, and to be honest, I've still not looked them up. All of 3 of these are vintage Walt Disney World. You don't see this tag very often, at least I don't out there. Proper Disney World. Doesn't have a date on it, but if I had to date these, I'd say at least the 80s, possibly earlier, but probably the 80s. Made in Korea, I think they say somewhere. Yeah, product of Korea. So you know it's got to be old if it's made in Korea. And this is the one I actually went for. Those were just like a bonus really, but this guy goes for kind of 25, 30 quid in good condition. And he is in good condition. He does have a couple of stains, but I reckon I can get these out. It doesn't look anything too bad. Not even that. That'll come out, that I'm sure of it. And even if it doesn't, we'll still get 20 quid for him, I reckon. But if I can clean him up nice, you know, apart from the stains, he is in really good condition. And I'll be aiming high, like 30 quid, maybe even 35. He's the kind of thing that somebody might buy as a gift coming into Christmas. So I'll be aiming high on him. And next is this Le Creuset pan holder. Not something I've ever seen out there before. I didn't even know they did these, to be honest. But it was only a tenner. Didn't negotiate on price. I just paid the price that they wanted. 10 quid seemed okay. I'm going to get it out very quickly, show you. The box, she said, has been in the attic. So, yeah. A little bit worse for wear, but not too bad. And there it is. You can see there it has the little logo there. Sometimes it has like a little metal plaque with the brand name on it. This one has it kind of carved into it or printed into it, whatever. And you know, the condition is all right. I would say it's maybe not quite as good quality as the pans. Do you know what I mean? But it's all right. It's gonna do what it's supposed to do. You can fit 4 pans up there and 3 lids. Often the smaller pans in these sets don't come with lids. I guess that's why there's only 3 spaces for lids and not 4. Like here, look, a little bit of kind of, looks like something's been in there at some point. So yeah, definitely not new, but the fact it's got its box will help out when it comes to selling it. But for a tenner, I would hope for at least 30 quid plus postage on this. But I might, you know, might try a bit higher than that just because there's not that many of these out there. So lastly, we have all the McDonald's toys, and Claire was the one who saw these on Facebook Marketplace, forwarded it to me, and I was immediately like, yeah, definitely gonna try and get these. So I messaged the lady and she responded pretty quickly. I offered £15 for the only thing that I had seen, which was, let me think, what was it? So it wasn't any of this, it was the puppets that we saw first. So it's 1, 2, 3 puppets, Hamburglar, Grimace and Ronald. And along with them were these plush, and I think that was it. Yeah, it was just them. No, and these plush, these 2. So that's all I saw. And I offered 15 and she accepted. And she said, I actually asked her if she had any more McDonald's stuff, and she had these listed, but I hadn't seen them. So she wanted 30 quid for these, which is £6 each, but I did a £5 each. There's 2 there as well. So as well as them, she had all of these as well, which she hadn't advertised for sale or anything. She was just like, you know, what can you offer me for these? And I offered a tenner. And I should do okay, because I wasn't really bothered about these. I've already got like a bin bag full of these that I've not listed yet. I've also got all the ones that you probably, if you've been watching for a while, you know I've got a big load of McDonald's toys. Was it the end of last year? I think I started listing them up like January, February this year, but it was the end of last year that I got loads. And yeah, and some of them have been really good. I mean, I've got into the profit and then some on it. They're pretty slow moving, most of them. Some, you know, were kind of rare and went quickly. Some I've got like loads of multiples of, and they tick along in the background. And then some haven't sold at all, like the range of them. So, which I always knew was going to be the case. I didn't pay much for them really, and I didn't want to pay much for these because I just know that, you know, more than half of them will probably never sell. But we have got good ones amongst them, such as, let's see, this guy, I've had him before, but this guy, it's a bit unusual. I say good ones, like I've not looked at the prices of these, but they're just a bit more unusual than what I've seen before. We've got like a little set of these ones. We've got a few of these. Like, people really like Grimace. I don't know if I didn't really know that, to be honest. Even with selling all the McDonald's toys I have, I didn't know how much people actually like Grimace more than anybody else, but they seem to do. So the Grimace toys, if you kind of get a big bundle like this, you might be better doing like a Grimace lot. Pick out all the Grimace ones and sell them like as a Grimace bundle. I think that's what I'm going to do here with the ones I've got here and the ones I've got in a bin bag in the shed still. I'm going to just pick out all the Grimace ones and do like a big bulk lot of Grimace and just see what I can do. Like the puppets though, and like these will go separately. But when it's just like these regular toys, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try that, see what happens. They also do well if you've got like full sets of them, but often if you're picking up like big bundles like this, like people don't tend to have big full sets of them most of the time. So yeah, look at this as well. Who knew this was a thing? It's a Little People Hamburglar Fisher Price from 1996. I had no idea such a thing existed, but there you go. Also got a set of these like little frisbees, flying discs. Set of 5 of them. So they'll probably do alright. And this guy, check this guy out. I mean, what's that? What is that all about? I feel like I've seen something like this out there before, but I can't think where. It's from 2003, so 20 years old this. And a few more I've not seen before, like that one. Never seen that one before. This one, I've seen this one before. Little kind of mini one from 1984. This guy I've not had before working. I've had him a couple of times before, like in pieces. I don't know why he's like so fragile, this guy. But this one is in good condition. Got a classic drum playing one there. And these two, which are kind of cool, aren't they? Those two, we saw them as a little pair. We've got these two, which I have never seen out there before. And just look at the packaging that they're in and everything. How cool is that? Not as old as you might think. They're from 2010. Thought they might have been a bit older, but they're not. And couldn't find too many of these out there. I don't think there'll be a great deal of money in these two. And then these two were kind of a throw-in. I didn't even know she had these, but I think there'll be a little bit of money in these. Unfortunately, this guy is very kind of worn. I don't know how much you can tell in this video, but he's very like, he's had a hard life, this Ronald. And then the Funko Pops, of course, check him out, Grimace. He is the most valuable one by quite a bit. The others are kind of mixed, and the packaging on one or two of them is a little bit worse for wear. This Grimace one, though, is pretty good, thankfully. So I paid £50 for all the McDonald's stuff. The puppets alone, I would hope, will bring back at least close to the 50 quid I spent on everything. And then these two guys, the Funko Pops, and whatever I can kind of squeeze money wise out of these will be like the cherry on top and make the profit. And don't ask me what that's about, because I do not know. So I'm pretty happy with what we got there. I think we've done all right, and it gives me a little bit more kind of confidence in Facebook Marketplace again, because I've had really good deals from Facebook Marketplace in the past, like really good things. The one always sticks in my mind is a big bundle of Schleich toys that I got for very cheap on Facebook Marketplace, like loads of them, dinosaurs mostly, but I also got like a load of other stuff thrown in which I didn't even know about, like Playmobil and what was it, Bucky O'Hare? Is it Bucky O'Hare figures? I'm sure it's Bucky O'Hare. And I think there's a couple of Turtles figures in there, and it was just like one thing after another. I was picking it out and I was just like amazed, like what I was finding, like proper vintage old toys. And that's what Facebook Marketplace can do. Say with like the McDonald's toys I bought here, you know, I went for these and ended up with all this as well, which I didn't expect. And that's happened many times over the years. And I remember I went and got a load of ceramics once from somebody who said that they did boot sales and stuff. And I think it was back when I very early video that I did. I just went for some plates, just some brown, like mundane kind of plates, and I came away with like a load of stuff for really cheap. Another one was that time where I got all those purple teapots. That was a Facebook Marketplace thing. Again, I went there for, I think, the Coca-Cola glasses and maybe a couple of little things that he had, and I came away with like almost a boot full of stuff and paid very little. I got all those like purple teapots, which, okay, you know, they weren't great, but I sold the whole lot of them for, I think it was £2 a piece to a hotel or something, and I paid. He gave me them for free. Like, do you know what I mean? So getting out there and, you know, asking the question, do you have any more? Do you have any more of this or this or this? You know, I would ask maybe before you go, but also ask when you get there as well, and just be nice and just say, oh, don't suppose you got any more of this kind of thing, have you? And you'll be surprised, people come out with all sorts of things. And there's been several times I've been given stuff for free because people just want it gone. But I'll leave this one there. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you in the next one.